The Rue Saint-Honoré is a street in the first arrondissement of Paris, France. It is named after the collegial Saint-Honoré church, situated in ancient times within the cloisters of Saint-Honoré. The street, on which are located a number of museums and upscale boutiques, is near the Jardin des Tuileries and the Saint-Honoré market. Like many streets in the heart of Paris, the Rue Saint-Honoré, as it is now known, was laid out as early as the Middle Ages or before. The street, at one time, continued beyond the former city walls into what was the Faubourg. This continuation was eventually named the Rue du Faubourg Saint-Honoré. History. The Rue Saint-Honoré has been given the following names in its long history. The section between the Rue de la Lingerie and the Rue de la Tonnellerie was named the Rue de la Chaussiterie from 1300 to the 17th century. The section between the now extinct Rue Tireship and the Rue de l'Arbre Sec was named the Rue du Chasteau Festu or du Château Fetu. The section between the Rue de l'Arbre Sec and the now defunct Rue du Rempart was named the Rue de la Croix du Trahoya. Rue de la Croix de Tiroir or Rue de Trahoya, du Trahoua, du Treoir, du Trahoya, du Trioya, or du Trioir between the 13th and 14th centuries, and the Rue de la Chaussée Saint-Honoré from 1450. The section between the now extinct Rue du Rempart and the Rue Royale was known successively as the Chemin des Clichy, Grand Chemin Saint-Honoré, Chaussée Saint-Honoré, Grand Chemin de la Porte Saint-Honoré, Chemin Royal, Nouvelle Rue Saint-Louis, Grande Rue Saint-Louis, Rue Neuve Saint-Louis, Grande Rue du Faubourg Saint-Honoré, Chaussée Saint-Honoré, Rue Neuve Saint-Honoré. In 1966, the part between the Palais Royal, Tête Français, and Place André Malraux was given the name Place Colette. Notable landmarks. On 8 September 1429, Jeanne d'Arc was wounded at the Porte Saint-Honoré in her unsuccessful attack on Paris, at the time when it was held by the English. In 1631, the old Porte Saint-Honoré, across from the Rue de Richelieu, was torn down and replaced, facing the Rue Royale. In 1670, the northern fortifications of Paris were demolished and the street was called the Boulevard Saint-Honoré, traversing from the Rue Saint-Antoine to the Rue Saint-Martin. Number 9. The 14th of May 1610, King Henry IV of France was assassinated by Catholic zealot François Ravaillac. Number 92. The 15th of January 1611, the playwright known as Molière was born. Number 145. The Oratoire du Louvre Protestant Church. Numbers chapter 146, 148, and 150. The remains of King Philip II are entombed. Number 182. The Immeuble des Bons Enfants, arm of the French Ministry of Culture, was built between 2000 and 2004. The facade facing the street, clad with an ornamental metallic net, is the work of Éliécute on Vaudoyer. Executing architects were Francis Soler and Frédéric Drouet. Number 204. The Palais Royal, built in 1629 by Cardinal Richelieu, is now also the seat of the Comédie Française. Number 211. The former Hôtel de Noailles, later Béthune, built in 1715 by Pierre Caïto d'Aix-l'Assurance on the site of the former Hôtel Pursort, of which some parts still exist, surrounded by buildings of the Hôtel St. James à Albany. Numbers chapter 263 and 265. Église Notre-Dame de l'Assomption de Paris. Number 273. During the French Revolution, CIs lived at this address. Number 284. Église Saint-Roch. Number 398. Maximilien de Robespierre was sheltered by Maurice Duplay. The cart which took Robespierre to the guillotine on the Place de la Concorde on 28 July 1794 made a stop in front of this house. Bibliography. Bernard Stéphane and Franz-Olivier Gisbert. Petite et Grande Histoire des Rues de Paris. Paris. Alban Mitchell, 2000. ISBN 2-226-10879-3. ISBN 978-2-226-10879-1. Bernard Claude Gailey. Origines Suprenantis des noms de villages, des noms des rues de Paris et de villes de province. Paris. Le Cherche Midi, 2004. ISBN 2-7491-01921. ISBN 9782-7491-01927. Anthorval. Promenade sur les lieux de l'histoire. D'Henri IV mi 68. Les rues de Paris racontent l'histoire de France. Paris. Paragama, 2004. ISBN 2-84096-323-X. ISBN 9782-84096-323-3.